Hello, viewers, and welcome to this new episode of the MB Dialogues on world's largest real estate channel, MBTV. In MB Dialogues, we bring to you accomplished real estate professionals and ecosystem partners who are contributing in ways which are very, very meaningful and driving growth of the industry and the category as such. A lot of our accomplished and distinguished guests have come here, spoken about their perspective on Indian real estate ecosystem, on variety of issues touching upon real estate, and all the ecosystem players within real estate. Today, we have got an extremely accomplished women real estate professional as such. I know that's a rarity. We generally do not have many, but it's a welcome thing that we are seeing larger women participation in real estate now. And today we have got an extremely distinguished guest who is not only a big developer, but also is president of NAREDCO's Women's Wing, the NAREDCO Mahi. Please welcome Mrs. Smita Patil, who is Managing Director of SSPL Group, which is one of the largest real estate developers based out of Pune. And she's also National President of NAREDCO Mahi. Welcome, Smita ji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Smita ji is a dynamic and accomplished leader with more than 2 decades of experience in her capacity of association with SSPL Group. She has spearheaded many functions, many initiatives, including in sales, in marketing, in operations, and many more. As president of NAREDCO Mahi, she is contributing in more ways than one to increase the women's participation in real estate and also drive meaningful programs in the real estate sector. So we'll get to know a lot more about these things during our conversation with Smita ji today. So Smita ji, let's start with your role as president of NAREDCO Mahi, right? And we all know that women's participation in real estate is generally considered to be on the lower side when you compare it with a lot of other industries as such. How do you see this scenario? How do you see this scenario changing now? And are more and more women coming as professionals in real estate? And what is NAREDCO Mahi doing to facilitate a lot of these things?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. And a wonderful question to start with. Yes, NAREDCO Mahi, we started the women's wing of NAREDCO, that is National Real Estate Development Council, which comes under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. And we had an idea about it. It is known as a male-dominating sector. All the construction and the developers we see around, all of them, like it's a male-dominating sector. So we wanted to create a platform to support the women in real estate. So how Mahi is born, and Mahi name is given on the river's name. So the way river flows, although like any of the obstacles come in her way, but still she goes on and meets her ocean. So that's her aim. So that's how the Mahi is also giving opportunity to people to reach their and goal and be there in the real estate sector, where they should not feel that we are dominated and we are not having the opportunity to upskill, to go ahead, to reach to the higher sites in the real estate.
So, as far as women participation is concerned, as you rightly mentioned, that this was perceived to be a male-dominated industry, right? How do you see this changing now, Smita ji?
Definitely, it is changing. Like if you see in India's real estate sector, so we have the 18% of the workforce of entire nation, and whereas 9.8% of the female participation is there. So roughly, it's 7 million people are working in this sector, so which is around only a 1.2% of what women are there in India. So which is like 48%. Roughly 48% women are there in India, and 25% out of that work and they choose to work, and out of that only 8% are working in real estate. So understanding this scenario, if you see the last 5 years growth, definitely women are selecting the roles in real estate. They're selecting real estate as their career option. But sadly, diversity, I feel we have achieved somewhere, but the inclusivity is yet to happen. So there are very few women leaders in real estate sector. So Mahi would like to focus on that only, and of course, Mahi is working from right from the woman level, working at the real estate sites, at the developer sites, to the management level, senior management level women as well, to support them wherever they need the support and achieve their goal.
So, as you were mentioning, Smita ji, that more and more women are now looking at, but we also have to create a conducive environment for them. Right, there are issues which are very specific to women, including safety, including a certain kind of work environment, and so on and so forth. Do you see, when you look at the ecosystem around, do you see more and more developers are now willing to create such an environment where women feel safe, secure, and welcomed in their organizations to come and contribute?
Yeah, definitely. Now the developers are changing their mind, but still, like many of them, who are like yet to accept that yes, women can also do the technical task, and women can also perform technical things which is required in real estate. They feel that only men can do this. So there is some thinking, I would say, backward thinking is there, but still in the new developers who are joining the real estate sector, they have this new thinking of having the equality with the men and women, and they feel that even women can do a better job, or they can do a right kind of job. Because here, like in real estate sector, if you feel with the land dealings and all, the more empathy and the more holistic approach is required, and that woman has.
Right, right. You also mentioned a point about skilling, right? And how we need to skill more and more. And if you look at in construction, typically, if a project site kind of a job, whether it's a project supervisor or the engineering side of it or otherwise, you do typically do not see too many women, out there. But I do see a lot of women participation now in sales and marketing kind of functions. HR has been there, and so on and so forth. But these kind of functions which are more male centric, male dominated, which is dealing with government, liaising with government agencies, the core construction project management job, in the designing and the entire architectural job, and so on and so forth. Though architecture also, I believe there are a lot of women coming in over there, right? So from a skilling point of view, is NAREDCO Mahi doing something to really help women skill up and move up the ladder? Since you also mentioned about developing leadership, as far as women were concerned.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, we feel there is a gap in skilling itself. So I feel the recruitment should happen as per the skills, not the gender biased. Just because you should not reject a woman because you feel that she cannot do this. And till now, there has been very less opportunities for the woman to learn, and the mentorship opportunities they were lacking to grow in the real estate sector, because just because they have not given, अगर आप पानी में जाओगे नहीं तो तैरना कैसे सीखोगे?
Right.
So this is the gap which we have understood, and we have taken our first initiative as a skilling initiative, and we have at least targeting the 1,000 women annually to give the training. So we get in touch with all the women pan India who are our members, and we understand the gap, and we create the training schedule for them. Okay. And also we have the Mahi talks and the upskilling series. So online they can have the mentorship opportunities. The real estate sector people, they give us a time and 30 minutes, 40 minutes slot, and even the training schedules are there with the different training institutions they provide, and such a platform is created for them, even for the women laborers, masons working at the site. So if you see, they shift the material from one place to another. The most hard job the women are doing
job,
and they are they are getting only 50% of what the skilled worker is getting. So this is also one big gap. So we are creating the opportunity for them to learn at least plumbing work, paint, wall painting, such a kind of jobs they can do. And of course, they work closely with their husband. Generally, their entire family gets migrated at the site for work, and they work closely with them. And they, the men itself, like they don't give them opportunity to learn. So finding that gap and making them comfortable. Ki, oh, yeah, you can also do this. So this is how Mahi is working for that.
Okay. So that's quite interesting because a lot of these unskilled areas where you need to impart these hardcore skills per se, that's a very welcome program that you are running. You also touched upon how there are very few leaders in real estate who are actually women. And are you also running some sort of a leadership development kind of a program? I do interact with a whole lot of now second generation developer families where daughters of the first generation entrepreneurs have come into business now, and they have a different take on this entire thing. They want to bring about the changes and and a lot of things. But really, from a professional leadership point of view, for a woman who's a professional, she might be a sales professional or marketing professional or an architect or a designer or whatever. For them to move up the ladder and be at the top end of the echelon within real estate, is there something that is happening there?
Yeah, definitely. We are planning such a training sessions as well for the leadership roles, where like they will have the good institutes tie up with us, and they will have the program. And recently, we have done with the Four School, and we have done the study tours as well, where like out of India, we have been to Vietnam, we have been to Singapore to understand how their perspective is there. So how women, I understand when I visited Vietnam that 67% of the women are there in real estate. So this is a huge number. And whenever I made the top builders of the Vietnam country, so I have seen that the leadership roles are with the females only.
Okay.
Here I felt that just because this woman delegation had come, so they are asking women to come and receive us and welcome us. But later on, I got to know, no, they have only women at the leadership roles. So that was a very fantastic experience. So this is how we are creating platform for them as well to internationally to understand the global perspective of women in real estate.
That's very interesting to learn that the smaller countries in Southeast Asia have actually taken a leap forward in terms of letting women participate in multiple ways. In fact, that Vietnam trip that you're talking about, Jashri Kurup, if you know, she was also there in that trip, and Jashri has been associated with us for a long period of time. So she was telling me about it, and was very excited about it. Uh, uh, Smita, you are also very, very passionate about sustainability issues, and you also do a lot of work in sustainable development and water conservation and these kind of areas. Sustainability, we all know that is the need of the time, right? It's not a choice; it's a necessity now. However, sustainable development also is a fact that it costs 40% more than a traditional development, right? So, how do you see sustainability becoming mainstream, becoming mass in real estate and in construction? And do we have enough consumers who are willing to pay extra, for sustainable development?
Definitely, this is very crucial right now in India. Like we have to achieve the sustainable developments because, like, we are the world's largest populated country, and the way urbanization is happening in India, so it is crucial and to understand that also the water conservation. So we have two initiatives. The in NAREDCO Mahi, it's a Nirmal Jal Prayas where we work towards the water conservation. So if you understand, there is only 4% of the drinkable water available with us, and right now we have seen the kind of weather change and all. We feel that 2 to 3% of the degree is increased, but if you see we say very casually कि only 2 to 3% of the degree the
Huge.
but that's huge in terms of like when you see the floods. So if you see the last some of the numbers, I understand 22,000 families were shifted because of this flood issue, and 400 people died because of the floods. So in last 2 years, these are the numbers. If you see, if change in the 2 to 3 degrees of weather, then you understand what's the future. And yes, this is the time to act. This is time to understand. And I'm happy to see that the Gen Z and the millennials both are thinking of sustainable developments. Both are serious about it with their lifestyle. They wanted to match the sustainability as well. So we taken the initiative. We have launched our initiative Shashwat Nirman, through which like we as a NAREDCO have around 15,000 developers across pan India as our members. And we wanted to create a sustainability cell for them. We wanted to create the platform where they understand what is the difference of being the sustainable green building, how we can achieve that, what kind of materials they should choose. And we are working closely with the housing MOHUA as well to work on certain policies. In Maharashtra, we have given the proposal revenue minister to reduce 1% stamp duty on the green buildings. So that we have experienced for the women empowerment, they have reduced to 1% stamp duty. And we have seen that then how many women have become the homeowners after, because wherever we feel the money is involved, the awareness will come very quick. So understanding this concept, I have given the proposal to the Maharashtra government to reduce 1% stamp duty on the platinum rated green building and 0.5% on the gold rated building, so that the demand will increase and ultimately the developers will also go towards it. For the developers in Maharashtra, they have given, or many of the states have given so many incentives. For example, in Maharashtra, we have 3%, 5%, and 7% as the silver, gold, and platinum rated green buildings. So we are benefiting out of that. But the home buyers should understand what is green building. Green doesn't mean that it looks green and have more trees. I have seen that in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, even the developers are not understanding. Awareness is not there. So to achieve this under Shashwat Nirman, we are doing the awareness programs. We are giving proposals to the policymakers so that the awareness will come and the demand will increase. And the developers will definitely, we are the businessman, we are the business persons. So definitely, if demand is there, we will go ahead with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's great to know that such initiatives are being taken where stamp duty reduction can be there for green buildings. Incidentally, India is ranked fourth in the world today in terms of LEED certified buildings, right? So there's a lot of development happening as it is, which is in the sustainable zone and sustainable area. You are also a developer and a big developer, Smita ji. How many developers do you see really taking up these issues very, very seriously? And because typically, because this is business, right, and developers would go there where there's demand. So it's a kind of a catch-22 situation. You know, if there's no demand, supply will not be built accordingly, or if there's no supply and saying, you know, there's no demand. So how do you see in Pune or outside of Pune as well, developers taking these sustainability issues in a serious manner, trying to build it in their projects?
Yeah, developers are taking it seriously because of the demand. Like the way Gen Zs and the even millennials are focusing on the sustainable developments and the kind of lifestyle they have. So definitely demand is there. In the tier 1 city, I could see there is a huge demand and the developers moving towards it. But still in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, we need to work a lot on.
You're also a reputed builder based out of Pune. Uh, from a Pune market point of view, one of the trends that we have seen here at Magic Bricks is there's a lot of traction that has happened over the last 2-3 years in the premium and luxury segment, and a lot of supply has come. which is beyond 1.5 crore, kind of a supply that's been there. In Pune market, because it's largely driven also by Gen Z and IT and ITS industries, which is an aspirational class, and therefore also is willing to invest as such. Do you see this trend of premium housing sustaining over a period of time, or do you think the mid segment, which is the 75 lakhs to 1.5 crore segment, is where action will come back again? Because right now that's not there.
What I feel right now, the demand is high for the premium sector. So it was like from 14% to it has come to the 16% year on year. So it reflects the strong shift in consumer sentiments towards premium housing. So the growth is being driven by the combination of high net worth individuals and the increasing number of aspirational buyers that enter into this premium sector. After COVID, each and every person have understood how our home has to be everything ready there. So people have this COVID has changed their thought process. So if you consider Pune, so the rising incomes and the upgraded lifestyles, it's playing a major role in this. So especially in cities like Tier 1, Pune, Mumbai, if you see, the professionals in IT, finance, or the entrepreneurs are seeing a significant income growth. So allowing them to upgrade to a larger, better, and premium sector luxury homes, and that is also located at the better places. So, and of course, the priorities have shifted after post pandemic. So buyers now value spacious home, the work from home culture. Even after IT, the IT sector after pandemic have taken lot of this work from home is very seriously. So it is saving their cost as well. Even it's good for women as well. So more women are joining IT sector because of this work from home things, and even the Gen Z and millennials entering into the market, like the younger buyers are there. So they are prioritizing on their quality. They are prioritizing on design. So the internet is working a major role in this, because like we can see the world in our hand, in our mobile. So we can see कि हाँ थाईलैंड में क्या डिजाइन चल रहे हैं, इधर क्या सिंगापुर में क्या चल रहा है. They compare and they actually focus on the quality, designs, and sustainability. So matching all these combinations, and that is more commonly find in the high end properties. That's why the demand is here, and I feel the wealth driven purchases purchased by HNIs as aspirational upgrades by well earned professionals. So these are the things that are creating more demand of premium and luxury homes.
Okay. And since you also mentioned about Gen Z and the IT and ITS sector, Smita ji, as a developer, how do you see technology now, playing an increasing role in real estate and in construction, right? Every single aspect of real estate development today has lots of technology that has gone into it, right? How have you seen this? Is so much of technology really helping, or is it actually confusing everyone? What is happening?
No, it is not confusing, I feel, because like yeah, the people, the old developers who are like they take some time to adopt the new technologies, but the new developers, the new era, like definitely they are ready to adopt the new things. And what we have seen कि over the night तो कोई accept नहीं करेगा all the technologies and everything. If you see for the computers as well, एकदम से कुछ ये नहीं हुआ. Even like if I see in my family as well, my father, my grandfather used to write the diaries and all the their entries and credit and debit and the khate and all they used to write. And right now also they feel that it is very easy to write and remember, but we have not ever done this. So we are dependent on the computer, we are dependent on the technology, and I feel we can do the multitasking, we can save the time. So within everyone has the 24 hours only, and we can save more time. We can do multitasking. We can have a lot of time to work towards it. So technology always helps you, and but the star condition apply. The time you are saving with this technology, you should use that for betterment of your career or whatever things, because technology make us lazy as well.
Correct. Smita ji, thank you very much. I would want you to, before we end our conversation, I would want you to give some message out to all the women professional and all the women out there. As president of NAREDCO Mahi, for their participation in real estate, what would you want to say?
I just want to give the strong message to each and every woman in real estate. So be firm and be ready to learn, and whatever opportunities you get, please use that, and don't hesitate to going ahead just because you think this is a male dominating sector. No, we are giving you the opportunity to learn. As a NAREDCO Mahi president, I am saying this because we have so many platforms for each and every woman in real estate.
So thank you very much, Smita ji, for sharing all the valuable insights with our viewers.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And viewers, with this, we end our today's episode of the MB Dialogues. For many such meaningful conversations on MBTV, keep logged in and don't forget to like, share, and comment.